Hibernian's winning streak is well and truly over. It's the first game of VAR in Scottish football, and it is now 3 defeats in a row for the Hibbies. The Celtic B team, it's finished at Easter Road, a packed out Easter Road, which I
For
can't...
the first time in 30 years, apparently.
Right, interrupt me, thank you. It is finished Hibernian 1, St Johnstone 2. But before we bury Hibernian, before we bury their weird manager, Johnstone, who I thought would have been sacked by now, but he's still hanging in there. Before we do all that, I actually can't believe this is the first time at Easter Road, so I refuse to believe that. I don't think that's true. I'm looking at all the Edinburgh Derby games and the games against the Old Firm, and there's been seasons where Hibs have actually been doing really well in the league. I can't imagine they haven't sold out.
I can't imagine either. The weird thing is to me, why is it took VAR? It can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, but it could be something to do. I mean, it could be there was extra seats available tonight or something like that.
Could this be a thing of there was loads of people checking this game out because it is an iconic fixture in terms of it is VAR being introduced?
No, because it's not like... No, I'm not buying that. It can't be the case. There must be maybe, let's see, what is Easter Road hold? About 21,000? Maybe they always reserve some seats. Maybe the normal thing to do is reserve a few seats. Maybe they don't actually sell out every single seat on purpose. I just refuse to believe that they've never managed to sell other tickets, but tonight all of a sudden they get the tickets.
Well, it's in 30 years, it's not all time, like. That's what they were saying.
But that's what I mean. I'm talking about 30 years. Are you telling me in the past 30 years, there's been seasons where Hibs are doing well? There's been a few times where Hibs have been top of the league, at the start of the season, playing really well.
They said,
are you telling me that? What about last year when Hibs played Rangers and they were top of the league, flying high? I mean, you tell me Rangers come to Easter Road, man, and Hibs are sitting top of the league, playing good football. Martin Boyle's, on top form. You tell me they ain't selling out Easter Road against Rangers, top of the league.
It's not a good sign for Scottish football, like that one of the bigger clubs can't sell it for 30 years.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What do they mean by that? Because I'm not buying it.
You're not buying it? He's not buying it.
It could be we're talking maybe a couple of seats. We literally could. It could be like a loophole. It could be like a loophole where, normally these 10 seats here don't get sold, but we're going to sell them tonight because it's a VAR's first ever game.
Do you think it's do you think they're trying to hype up a bit more because it's a Friday night Hibs game against St Johnstone?
Well, I don't know.
It sounds a bit better. It's a sellout crowd capacity, full capacity, rammed to the gills here.
But like I said, I mean, it could be the I need to research it, but I mean, it literally could just be a difference of maybe normally there's like a section of seats that are just reserved that there aren't tickets available for it, but tonight maybe the seats were made available, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Like, the way sometimes you watch the matches and there's police and they maybe have a couple of rows that are not on sale because they want to try and create a bigger distance between the away fans and the home fans. Like, it could be a matter of that. It could be, normally this row of seats isn't for sale, but tonight, because it's VAR, I don't know, maybe we've got extra police involved and we can afford to, we can allow these seats to be...
It's not like Hibs and St Johnstone have a complete hatred against each other.
That's the only thing I can put it down to, because you ain't telling me of the past 30 years. You ain't... So basically what you're saying is, for the last 30 years, Hibernian have not been able to sell it at home. Does that sound right to you?
No.
It just doesn't.
I don't know.
Now, if it was Livingston, yeah. I mean, if it was fucking Livy or something, like, fucking totally. But I'm not. It's not like Hibernian have like a 60,000 stadium. You know what I mean? It's like 21,000.
Livy could be handing out fucking $2,000 to everyone that shows up and they still wouldn't sell it.
So yeah, no, I think it must just be. It's probably down to like a technicality where there's like a small section that normally doesn't go on sale, but tonight they did go on sale to try and create I don't know, like a history-making moment or some pish like that. But anyway, enough of that.
Yeah, I know, but that means they've almost had to anticipate this sort of thing for the past 30 years. If you know what I mean?
Well, no.
To a degree.
Maybe, no, I don't know.
I know what, right? Let's talk about the actual game.
Hold on.
I'm sick of talking about 21.
All right, before we do that, right, I basically came up with solutions as to why I think they might have sold it for the first time tonight. What do you think? Because you seem to put it down to the fact you don't think they've managed to sell it before. And I'm saying I don't think it can't possibly be that.
I think maybe it's an error from whoever's got those stats together, but everyone's been saying it. It's been on Twitter. They've been reporting it, talking this game on Sky Sports, even talking about it, right? Now, if it was the first non-Old Firm or Embra Derby game at Easter Road, even that would kind of be hard to believe. Well, a game against Aberdeen? No, I mean, I don't know.
Who turned the volume down on you?
Well, I was trying to think. Wait, maybe start screaming like we were at the start of the intro. 21,000 Easter Road.
Right, let's move into the game.
This
Guy's done, right?
How many Hibs games have you been to? Have you been the one in the 21,000?
Nah, 0.
Have you ever been on Easter Road? I was on Easter Road a couple of days ago, burying it.
Yeah, you're
from afar.
Yeah, you're a wanted man at Easter Road. See after that video, calling that what do you call it?
Look at that shite hole there.
Aye.
Oh, come on, that was great. Everyone's saying that was great.
Well, the Hibs fans are after you, mate. I'm telling you, I don't think you're allowed to come back in Edinburgh. But anyway, let's talk about the game. Hibs took the lead. And it was looking good for them for a period of time. I mean, in terms of stats, possession, I mean, they kind of did dominate the game. They were in control of it. Let's be real. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But sending offs change games, and that's kind of what happened here.
Aye, Big McGuinness, he gets sent off, second yellow, so VAR couldn't even intervene because a stupid rule where if it's a second yellow and it's a red, they can't do anything. Why is this a thing?
Is that a legit thing, though? Is that...
Yeah, that's been a thing for ages.
That doesn't seem right.
Because it was even... No, I don't remember Rangers playing Napoli. Sands gives away the penalty. They couldn't take away the red, but they could take away the penalty.
Well, they didn't take away the penalty?
Yeah, I know, but there was still the option of the penalty being took away. It just sums up how fucking stupid it is.
I find that hard to believe, right? That they'd actually they'd say, you know what, we got that wrong. It's not a penalty. It wasn't even a foul, but fuck it, Sands, you're getting sent off anyway.
That's VAR for you.
Well, and we've spent money bringing this shit into Scottish football. Could we not have improved the quality of the pies or something like that? I'm sick of going every fucking week and getting a shite pie.
Every week? You going to the game tomorrow, mate?
Well, if I can get my Stena line over there, I will be. But here, I heard rumours that Fog Football are actually invading Scotland next year.
Why not next week?
I'm busy next week, mate. I work, I'm not a bum, I'm not on the brew. I don't collect DLA.
You're off tomorrow, mate.
And what?
Well, you fucking off.
I need to attend SmackDown like we talking about. Via living room.
I feel him.
Right, anyway, stop fucking
the next
burying
stop
me,
is my fat arse on the lever 60. Anyway, right. Nicky Clark, Stevie May, 9-minute special, 2-1. And then the 21,000 quickly became the 1.
Yeah, that is so. St Johnstone's got the ball out wide. I mean, are we going to talk about Clark's goal? Or are you just going to gloss over it?
Nicky Clark's the man. Let's talk about it.
Halberg. We didn't talk about Hibs' first goal.
Aye, they scored. It was a Cadden cross.
Fuck me, guys. I'm not going to lie, right? I missed the first 2 goals, but I did see the last goal.
I missed the entire game, but everyone walking it.
Right, so ball's out wide. I don't know who it is. I believe... was it Middleton? Was he even playing? It was McLennan, actually. There you go. Boom. I was close. Middleton, McLennan.
Fuck off.
You know, same sort of name. Anyway, right, so McLennan's got the ball out wide. And he crosses it in. Big ball up into there. And it's like, it's fucking in the air for ages. And Ryan Porteous, who I believe it was Ryan Porteous, he kind of just stares at it, right? And I guess, what else can he do? Because the ball's in the air, so it's not like he can just jump and like hover 10 miles into the air and head it away. But he's kind of just standing there, waiting on the ball to come down, because the hang time on the ball was mad. It was in the air for so long. So he's standing there waiting on it. And then Stevie May just kind of like, from fucking nowhere, just makes a mega run and cuts in front of Porteous as the ball's about to fall down and gets the header while Porteous was waiting there to header it. So, I mean, I don't know. I think if you're Porteous, he should be looking around him, right? He knows the ball's going to take a while to come down. He should look around him and go, right, fuck, am I under threat? Is there anyone going to challenge me for this ball? But he didn't. He had his eyes on the ball the entire time. And he
got caught ball watching.
He was oblivious. And May just comes in and steals it away from him. I'm not burying the guy, because he's been great. You know, he's had some really good games. He's actually won games for Hibs, and he's had a great call-up for Scotland, you know what, against Ukraine. Guy's been great, but you watch this back, man, and it's
pretty bad. It's no good.
I couldn't imagine Maldini getting caught like this.
Aye, because Maldini's playing for fucking Hibs. Maybe it was Maldini, and that's why they sold it. Maybe. But we did sit earlier on this season. Nicky Clark, Stevie May, they would be the reason St Johnstone stay up, and there they go. 2 goals. 3 points.
Yeah, well, I actually did say that.
We did say that.
Did you say it as well?
We agreed.
I said, look, those 2 our goals, especially Nicky Clark. Right, Steve May's good, and I think he's probably this is probably the best form of his career since he was actually at St Johnstone for the first spell. And Nicky Clark's like, I'm not saying Nicky Clark's a great player, right? But he knows where the back of the net is, and sometimes that's what you need, right? Sometimes. Like, Fashion Sakala ain't going to outscore Nicky Clark. I don't know why I'm burying a Rangers player here.
Aye, but you can know where the back of the net is. Doesn't mean you know how to. It doesn't mean you know how to get there. You can know where it is, but do you know how to get there?
Does Sakala know where it is?
No, he knows where everything. But the advertising board, the side netting, Sakala's pish, man. Yes.
Nicky Clark and Stevie May will keep St Johnstone up.
Totally out of context here, but CJ Novo rated Fashion Sakala's signing 7.5 out of 10.
I think if you give Sakala a 5, you are being extremely fucking generous. Like, that's me personally. I would give him like a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, I don't see how he's getting a 7.5 out of 10. For me, I would reserve a 7.5 out of 10 for someone. To me, that's like someone who I think maybe I'm trying to look. I'd say like Kent. He's been like a 7.5. Been good at times, but bad at times as well.
Exactly.
I think maybe had you without an injury, you'd be looking at it at 7.5. Those are the kind of players that I think are in the 7.5 ballpark.
He got it wrong. But what's the guy called? Declan Johnson? He got it wrong. Maybe he should have phoned the Asian boys or whatever that. What's he come out and said there?
He said he wants the Hibs players to go into the dressing room and speak to the Asian boys for Celtic and learn a thing or two for them.
Nah, I wouldn't go on and fight it into the Celtic dressing room.
I would rather. I'd rather visit the Asian boys than the fucking lady boys. And on that note, that's going to do it.
Till next time. 2-1.
St Johnstone and VAR's pish.
Woo!